Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. It's the homie MACK. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one, teach one, peace and love. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Reporting live from the Dogon. Okay, so yesterday, I where was I? I was at a Panda Express yesterday, and I overheard these women talking, and they were saying they want to live a soft life. I thought that was a very curious term. I thought that was interesting. As I listened more, it seemed, I was ear hustling. It seemed as though essentially what they were saying was they want to live a life of self-care. They don't want to be stressed. I think one of them said something about not wanting to have a traditional job. One of them talking about rejecting toxic people from her circles. The other one was talking. What else did she say? One of them said something to the effect of like getting rid of the hustler mindset. Grind, grind, grind. So that was the first time I heard somebody say soft girl era a while back, but maybe like in July. We're in September now. I didn't know what the heck they was talking about, but we always have these new terms and these new movements and eras. I think our society is quite schizophrenic in that way. We go from one extreme to another, and we're gonna maneuver this way. It's a sociologist's nightmare. Then I was at work, and I'm hearing these guys talk, and they're like, man, I don't want to deal with these girls, man. Now they talking about they went from city girls to soft girls. And hearing them explain soft girl era, it seemed as though they were saying soft girl and soft life, they seem to intertwine. Ultimately I found out that soft life is a millennial term, and it's more centered around just not wanting to live a struggle life, wanting to be stress-free, and a stress-free life devoid of anxiety. Who can be against that? Because capitalism can kill you. Grinding is not healthy for your mental state. But I'm hearing these guys, they're talking about the soft girl era, and they pretty much were saying they felt like soft girl era is a finesse move. Soft girl era is basically soft girl era is just basically women wanting to finesse men by way of their femininity. I'm not going to be confrontational. I'll just manipulate that man in a very passive-aggressive way. I'll stroke his ego. I'll manipulate him in a very passive-aggressive way to get what I want. I will use my femininity as a means of manipulation. That's how they took it. I contested it by saying I don't even think it's really that they're trying to get over. At least I don't think so. Some women could be trying to use it to get over. But the narrative that I spoke from was I think it's more about self-care. Women just wanting to again, the whole overarching premise really isn't just women. It's really just a generation of people in general that don't want struggle love. They don't want a lot of toxicity in their cipher, in their circle. They just want to live an easy life, a simple life. I don't know. I'm of the mindset anything worth having takes work. It takes effort. It's not going to be easy. Nothing that I've ever achieved in my life has been easy. Whether it was getting my degree, music, going performing at South by Southwest, working on music, networking. Like I just don't think anything is easy. I don't think life is supposed to be easy. I think Huey Newton had a quote where he said, "When you stop struggle, you stop life." Because through struggle, wisdom is gained. You grow, you learn. Hopefully, you grow, you learn, and you transcend. You know, I think I remember reading something where it said hard times make strong men, easy times make weak men. So, and that might be on the other end of the spectrum. But yeah, ultimately, it's rough out here, man. Because you have, I think there are women who just want to innately be feminine. They want to be able to be nurturers. They want to be able to be lovers and cater to their man, cater to their children, be stay-at-home moms. And I guess my thing is, I don't think that's I don't think that within itself is problematic. You know, a woman wanting to be a nurturer and playing that role. I know some women may disagree. Oh, you need to be career oriented, but you know, let women that want to nurture, let them nurture. I guess my thing is, the way the way this economy is set up, like it takes two incomes. With inflation, jobs being outsourced to other countries, just the cost of living, you know, and I'm starting to see a rise. You know, I live in Atlanta. I'm starting to see a rise in the homelessness of women. I'm starting to see a lot of homeless women out here, like never before. And why am I saying that? I'm just saying, like, there's just so many dynamics are shifting. And I feel like ultimately there's an attack on family structures. You know, I wouldn't mind, you know, my wife being a nurturer, taking care of the kids, all that stuff, taking care of me, cook, clean. I don't have an issue with that. But I feel like, you know, a lot of it, I don't know if I would be able to sustain the household and actually be in that household a lot. You know, I would have to work a lot, you know? And it's funny because I've heard some women talk about, well, you know, they want to have certain lifestyles, but they feel like they you know, what they say. I've heard women who are living this stay-at-home lifestyle, and they're complaining that every day is the same, that they don't get to see their man. But it's like, that's kind of how it goes in this economy, you know. And I think that it sucks because the family unit is being pulled apart. Another person I heard talking about the soft girl era was the homie Black Mind. Salute to Black Mind. I think he's, the way, from listening to him talk about it, it seems like soft girl era, his mindset is more aligned with the guys I heard talking at work. Like, it's just a finesse. It's another way to just, it's like a backdoor manipulation tactic. Instead of just biting and chewing your head off, I'm just going to use my sexuality and bat my eyes at you. And kind of like what Shahrazad Ali said in The Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman, how basically you'll have some women who will passive aggressively manipulate men. You know, yes, I'm not. Yes, I'll be feminine. I'll be I'll play the role of submissive. But at the end of the day, I'm using this to get what I want. And this is my thing. I think the thing that scares me with all these culture wars and men beefing with women, specifically black men and black women that are beefing over the internet, like, that's just not good for your mental health. To every day get online and argue with somebody about their lifestyle and what marriage looks like and what family and love looks like. I mean, yeah, that has to be exhausting. I used to go to war on the internet. I don't do that stuff no more. Now, if we're having like a cogent conversation and it's a genuine exchange, cool. But when it gets to like name calling and people just get jaw-jacking, like, I'm not with that. But ultimately, my thing is get with people. Someone has to have you have to have a shared value system. You know, I don't think you need to go into things thinking you're going to change someone. But I do think people need to be realistic about the economy in which we live in. Realistic about just the world. You know what I'm saying? And I think I don't know. I think at some point polygamy may become a whole thing. Cause it ain't getting to this bread and sacrificing, man. That's like a whole sport into itself. And a lot of men just aren't built for that. Every man around here ain't a 6-figure dude. It is what it is. I mean, I'm striving towards that because there's a certain lifestyle that I would want for my children, my family at large. You know, I want my children to have access. I want my family to have access to things. So that's what drives me. That's why I'm back in school. But yeah, I think this whole soft girl thing, I think it's subjective. I don't necessarily think there's a pernicious intent with women who want to live it. Because it sounds like it's self-care. But you know, I think there are going to be some women who will try to manipulate this to get that Prada bag, to get that Gucci bag, to get the Jimmy Choo, whatever. Like that's just what it is. There's always going to be a yin and yang. But yeah, again, ultimately, what I think sucks is through these culture wars that I'm seeing between black men and black women, we're not training future generations on how to interact with each other. We're not teaching black boys how to interact with black girls. We're not teaching them how to potentially become a husband, the duties of a husband, or we're teaching our girls what it is to be a wife, the duties of a wife. And there's just like this conflict. Like, and the thing is, for future generations, all they're seeing is us fight. And I'm thinking, if I was a 15, 16-year-old black girl, 15, 16-year-old black boy, why would I want to be married? The way I see, or date even, or have a family, the way we fight each other, like, who wants that? But yeah, I ultimately just think that we need to try to find some middle ground. I think the middle ground really is just going to be get with people who have the shared value system. My thing is, I don't even think this is a woman thing. I think in general, people are lazy. I would argue in general, people don't want to work. And I know some people say, oh no, it's not that people don't want to work. They just don't want to work hard and get paid scraps. I get that, but no, more so than ever, I know a lot of sorry people who just don't want to work. I know men that live off of women. I know women who stay at home and don't do anything. Like, their man has to come home and cook and clean. Like, I know men that are in that predicament. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't think the soft girl thing is a bad thing. I don't think, you know, every woman that wants to live a soft life is trying to manipulate or control. But I would say, fellas, be on the lookout for women that might be trying to do that. And I would tell women, be on the lookout for fellas that just want to live off of you. That don't know how to lead, who don't care to grow and learn, men who don't hold themselves accountable, men who are not self-reflective. I would say don't even engage it. And that same goes for men. Like, any woman that doesn't hold herself accountable or doesn't have a circle of women or friends that hold her accountable, you don't need to deal with her. Because it's not going to be, like, you're always going to be the default for the problem. It's always you. But yeah, where am I going with all this? Ultimately, I think this whole soft girl, soft life thing is a double-edged sword. I don't want to live my life as a vagabond. I want to have my own money. It takes money to have a certain lifestyle, and you get money through work. So I don't know. I'm just seeing some people on social media that live in these. They stack their bread and then they try to pretend like they're these vagabonds going from country to country. No, you have a job and you pontificate a certain image online that's not real. But yeah, be frugal with your money. Go to therapy. Do yoga. Try not to stress out. Minimize your stressors. I'm with it. I mean, if that's a soft life, I mean, I ain't got no problem with it. I need to work on that. Not trying to consume everything that life throws at you at once. You know, that's something I'm working on in my journey. Because sometimes it gets overwhelming. But it's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one. Peace and love. Thumbs up. Give me the likes. Thumbs up. Give me the likes. Signing out from the Dogon. I'm out.